He started telling us that actually that God fundamentally wants me and you to succeed through systems, strategies, so that we can attract favor to whatever we do. Because favor will never come to a man who is just sitting there idle. We cannot engage productively in, of course, in activities that create that fulfills a purpose in this life. So for you to actually fulfill your purpose, you must actually be doing something. And what I'm supposed to do, you're supposed to create in your mind, connect with people physically, and then contribute, of course, to their life. So if you are not doing this, you can't attract favor. You cannot just sit down and say, God favor me. Of course, connect with people and contribute to their life. So life is about contribution, life is about impact. So you cannot just do that, because for you to do that, you have to think generational, because there's no success without succession plan. For you to have generational, okay, that means you're thinking about, I want to put up some strategy, I want to put up some systems, I want to put up some structures, I want to put up so that whatever I'm doing, an person can do it, so I can find favor in the eyes of men, in the eyes of God. So if you don't do that, you're going to fall into a life of labor. You're going to fall in a life of struggle, a life of stress, a life of struggling. So it's going to be difficult for a man who is not building systems. So fundamentally, God actually does all these things because what God wants to do, God wants to actually build once, and whatever God creates once, God builds something once and keep it working when it stops working. So God actually fixes up everything He does, the solar system, digestive system. He put up everything before He bring man. Even though the essence of this world, the essence of sun, moon, the essence of cassava, pawpaw, banana was for man. God brought man last. God fixed up every system and make sure the earth is a self-sustainable system. The rainy season will come in its right time, dry season will come, harmattan will come. He put all the system once, so that before He brought man into existence. So you can see that God actually is a generational thinker, God is a future thinker, and God created on His image and likeness. For most of those joining us for the first time today, I always tell you that God created three things in Genesis. The first thing He created the creation. He created the creation. How do you can say, let there be light, let there be firmament, let there be this, let there be that. So, and there was. And God came and said, I want to create the creatures. So what God did was that instead of creating creatures, He spoke to creation to create the creature. He said, let the earth bring forth its kind. Let the water bring forth its kind. The earth brought pawpaw, banana, pineapple. When He came to man, He said, He created a creator. He said, let us create man in our image and likeness. That means me and you are like God. And you cannot work like God if you are not being trained, because the image of God is natural. It's not natural. The likeness of God comes through teachings, through trainings, through mentoring. So for you to act like God, you must create. And for you to create, that means you'll be thinking in your mind, because God created everything in His mind and put up, He creates once, and from that moment, everything starts working, even when it stops working. Not that God is lazy, not that God is avoiding work, but God is a general thinker, and God always wants things to is a futurist thinker, and He doesn't want to every day get Himself involved in the affairs of men. So God took man and put man in the garden that He created, and because God actually planted that garden for man. The greatest discovery you can make outside discovering your purpose and plan of God for your life is to discover yourself. After discovering yourself, discovering the fact that He came to die to redeem you, what are you going to discover about yourself? God deposits something in you. There are giftings, talents, creativity, and of course, a vitality embedded in you. So there are two ways to be successful in business, in the marketplace, in a relationship, in any way you find yourself. Now, one, either through sweat, labor, and struggling, or through putting up a system structure, starting to attract favor and the blessings of God upon your life. So you don't want to struggle for the rest of your life. You must do what Warren Buffett said. Warren Buffett said, if you don't want to, he said, if you don't find a way to make money when you are sleeping, you will work for money for the rest of your life. I don't want that to happen to you. That because you are a success. Touch yourself, say I'm a success. I'm a success. Touch yourself, say I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. So we discussed so much actually, and we said that this is why some people find favor in whatever they do, and some people don't. They struggle as if God hates them. Those people that find favor, that open doors that no man can shut, because favor is a universal currency. Favor is a spiritual currency. Favor, in fact, for you to attract the favor in the sight of God, there's a kind of heart you need to have. There's a kind of way you need to think. Poverty is mindset. Wealth is mindset. So there's a way a wealthy man thinks. There's a way a poor man thinks. That's why, because we are self-fulfilling prophecies, we always attract what predominantly occupy our mind. But nevertheless, we have to put up that context for the concept. And when we talk about the success sequence, and we say the success sequence actually means that you have to put up some systems, some strategies, and structure. We say systems means tools. Systems means tools and instruction. What I say? tools and instruction. So we brought a system of KPI. And for us to build a sustainable system, you cannot just say, I want to be a system for what? That means you have to start from a target. Target. So let me just do a little bit of cleaning. I wish I'm here. Okay, no problem. Let me just clean from here. I don't like cleaning when I'm writing. So you have to put up a target first. Okay? You have to put up a target and say, okay, this is my target. And I define target by based on what target is what you want to achieve. Target is what you want to achieve. Target is what you want to achieve. So you have to put up what you want to achieve. And then when you put up a target, you have to put up a goal. A goal of who you become. Who you become to achieve that you want to achieve. So you must become somebody that I can achieve somebody. Example, a good target is to become, to treat patients. And for you to do that, you must be a medical doctor. To treat patients, of course, in the hospitals. So the target is to become an engineer, so you can build houses and bridges. So the target is to become a CEO of a company, so you can own businesses. CEO and MD, you can own businesses. So businesses, of course. The target is to you want to make 1 million naira. That's the target. The target is to make 1 million naira. A lot of people make the target of 1 million naira, put up a deadline by this time next month. So you need to become a mentor, a businessman, a transaction. You need to do some trade of transaction to make the money. Either you have source. So for you to put up a goal, and look at the most important thing, if you have put up a goal to become a doctor, engineer, CEO, whatever you want to become. So the next thing now is that you need some level of education. So now education. Education gives you identity. So if you are educated as a doctor, you have identity as a doctor. Educated as an engineer, CEO. So for you to have that education, you don't want to just be the only doctor. If you're an entrepreneur, you want to actually be the system that creates more doctors to work for you or work for. So you have to put up some system that have educational system, some tools and instruction. Oh, you have to write WAEC, write JAM, get a law, get a first semester, second semester. So you put up those tools and instructions. Those tools and instructions. Okay, like for example, in our business, that's put system in education. You have schooling system, educational system, entrepreneur system. So we want somebody to make 1 million naira. You want to become a mastermind mentor. Okay, you need at least 5 people to buy your services or 10 people in a month. So you have to say, okay, if I come to office, I'm going to develop a KPI. Because systems are controls. They're not controls. System regulates people's behavior. System makes you to, I say system, when we discussed the other day, we said that system actually means that you want to scale your bill. It means save yourself stress, time, energy, and what? Money. So you have to put up those systems so that I can repeat my outcomes, whether I'm there or not, in that your educational program that gives them identity in whatever they want to get the result they desire. A lot of people just set up a target and pray for miracles to happen. That's why they seem as if they don't get success. Some people even struggle to get the 1 million naira, but there was no system, there was no tool, there was no instructions. So for them to get the money, they have to start all over again. So the sequence is that you must put up some strategy in your systems. So you have to put up strategic plan. Tell us strategic plan. To make sure everything works together for good for you. So unless the Lord build the house, the labor in vain. Who builds it? So you have to bring in strategic plan. One of the plans that you have to bring God to what you do, because God is actually the one that is in charge, because you're a vessel unto honor. So the sequence is favor strategy and favor strategy. The sequence is favor strategy and system, which is tools and events. We discussed those one. Went to the kingdom success will always be aligned, was be alignment with your assignment, with your purpose why God created you on earth. We discussed and went to height to talk about you must prioritize systems over strategy, over target. Prioritize systems over target. Because once you actually get a system that gives you the target you always want, it will always be. But if you pursue target, at the end of the day, you will always go back to repeat. For example, if I don't have a system, I'm doing akara business, or let me say bakery business, I bake bread, for example. So I don't have a system whereby someone else can be in charge of the production. Last time I told you, let me do it again this way so I can understand very well. In every business, there are 3 major stages of every business. Number 1 stage of the business you have is sales. They're not sales. There are sales is people that go out and promote the business. The other one is have production. So not production. Production, of course. How do I put on my note? Let me be short here. 1 minute. Let me put it the way I put on my notes. Okay, yes. Operation. Sorry. Yes, I know. Operation. So under operation, we have the front end and the back end. So the front end is the management. Tenor management. And the back end is the production. Tenor production. Let me do it like this so I can understand very well. So this is the front end. This is the front end. Front end of the business. These are people that people see. And they are people at the back end. The people that produce the bread, you don't see them. And they have documentation. So you now have the last one, which is finance. Tenor finance. So if you don't put up your business like this, so you become the manager, you are the production manager, you are the management manager, you are the sales manager, you are the finance manager, you are everywhere as an entrepreneur. Your hand is very like octopus. But you sit down and say, okay, how do I want sales to go? Which sales model would I want to use? Facebook adverts, billboard adverts, text message, calls, any sort of adverts. So you have people that do sales. Because whatever you can do, other people can do it. You delegate. Tell not delegate. Whatever you cannot do, other people can do it. Outsource. Tell not outsource. You only do what only you can do. So every CEO of a company is visionary. Those be in charge of finance, visionary, put up the strategy, and employ people to do the sales, employ people to do documentation for you, employ people to do the production to deliver what the salesman promised them. And because you separate your business like this, you need to put up the reason why you are implementing is so that you can document your processes. They're not processes. So when you document it, you hand over to people that you can supervise. Once you are not documenting your processes, you are a solopreneur, you are self-employed, you think you own the business actually own you. And me, I always talk about entrepreneurs, business owners, and investors because I want money to work for you. Say amen. Amen. So definitely put systems and structures in businesses. On quality of education, you have to educate the people on what you want to. When you have the identity to get you the result, because I want you to have maximum result. So we discussed so much and said that prioritize systems over your target. Systems and targets actually put a limit on your imagination, beliefs, and fear. But systems create flows, unlimited, repeatable outcomes. So once you put up a system, a multi-billion-dollar system, you always have a multi-billion-dollar result. Systems, put systems in your goals. Put systems in your goals that will make your target sustainable and scalable. Once you put systems in which involve processes of automating your business, self-regulating, your business can work in your absence and even when you are resting. And that is the whole plan. But I want money to work for you when you are resting. Systems are not limited because the outcomes are repeatable. So the reason why I put systems and of course structure is I want our outcome to always be repeatable. The guy that produced this marker put up a system of producing marker. There's a process of getting this marker up. Board, whiteboard, shoe, clothes, everything you see. Even the chair you're sitting down today has a system. Dangote does not work in Dangote refinery just because we put up a system where men can work. And the thing is this, I always remind you, in the face of men, there was only king and subject, kings and slave. The choice is yours. I don't want you to become a subject, become a king. Don't ever work for money. Work because money is a bad master and a loyal servant. Money does not fulfill what it promises. What you should work on is to work to create systems, work to create products, work to create value. Of course, people always come. This one thing that always happen in life. So I want you to become the boss. Make systems responsible for your outcome. Tell anyone, make systems responsible for your outcomes. The reason is that if this is not responsible for your outcome, you are going to be responsible for your outcome. And it's very tiring, it's very exhausting, it's very, of course, it's frustrating. So becoming an entrepreneur, he has the mindset of building a system that will be responsible for outcomes and results. So we have to go to the way we say, let the system do the work. Let the system do the work. Put up a system that can do the work for you. If not, my brother, you will do the work for the rest of your life. And it's very, very tiring to do that. So you can produce outcome through sweat, but I can tell you it will not be sustainable. What will multiply your effort without stressing you is putting systems and structures in your business, because you can never build a system and structures help you scale your business. That is one of the success secrets of every entrepreneur. One of the strategies that we find businesses that we can build systems and structures so that the business can run without us. So yesterday we stopped by telling us that God built something that keeps working when He stopped working. That was the last time we met yesterday. Now, yes or yes? Okay, that was outline number 4. Let's just conclude. Let me give you statement on it so we can go 5, 6, 7. What was the last statement I made? Let the system do the work. Let the system. Okay, let me see. Okay, let the system do the work now. That's where we are now. Let the system do the work. That is outline number 4. And I said that don't worry, we can always catch up. Just don't worry, just pay attention, you catch up. The kingdom builder does not chase outcomes, they chase systems and structures. So you want to build something that is sustainable, you have to put up systems and structure. Write on your note, very important. Write it that without systems, you labor to eat. Without systems, you labor to eat. You labor to eat without systems. Without systems, you labor to eat. Without systems, you labor to eat. You sweat to eat. You struggle to eat. That is without system. So without systems, you labor to eat. So it's when you labor to eat. I'll give a practical example. For a keke man that doesn't have systems, so he has to be the one to get keke to collect the money. So the day is not feeling fine, keke is not feeling fine. For a wheelbarrow pusher who doesn't have systems, he has to be on to put the wheelbarrow to make the money. For a tailor who doesn't have system, he has to be on the one in the machine, check, sewing the clothes. But for a tailor who has a system, he knows that I'm going to sew the clothes, I'm going to write my processes, I'm going to find 5 people to train them. So one day I hand over the machine to them. Are we done walking around from offices to churches to organizations, measuring people's clothes, take it back to the back end, take it back to the production. The production will sew the clothes, management document it. So they still focus either on sales or you focus on finance. So outside these two jobs, visionary, creating transactions, shaking the hands, the business is not, the laundry business is not in the washing and managing. The laundry business is in the sales. The barbing business is not in the cutting the hair and managing. The barbing business is in the sales. There's no business that is the real business, even selling this thing involved in the sales. Because until you make the final transaction, you can never even get the money you are looking for until your product or service gets to the final user. So your work should either be a visionary, learn how to shake hands, create a relationship. I told you, business skills are not technical skills. Management and production are technical skills. What else is called? Technical skills. They are not business skills. You have to meet broke tailor, broke carpenter, very skillful, look at their work, carpentry work. But the problem is that they are broke. You know why? They don't want to leave that production. You also want to come to sales or finance, be the one to be in charge. But you say, no, I must do it. They boast sometimes. I eat the works of my hand. So imagine, I work for my money. My brother, you will work there. The best thing is to get your hand off that thing. No rich and wealthy man, their hand is involved in whatever they do on as couples. They were involved in shaking the whole meetings, board of directors meetings. We meet every time, dressed up, knock food, perfume, on AC, discuss transactions, and then we close the deals. And then they are going to do the work. You don't have a problem with the work. Technical skill is not bad. Document your process. Hand over to men that will do the work. Manage them. Be in charge. Then I'm in charge. I'm in charge. The choice is that this life is fair. Something in life is not fair. That's why I don't want you to experience poverty. Poverty is bad. Say no, money is good. Money is good. No, now tell your neighbor. Poverty is difficult to explain. Poverty is difficult to explain. So if you don't want to explain poverty, put systems and structures. You are the one sending text. Document your. What do you say? Document it down. Hand over to someone. Put up a script. You are the one doing presentation. Put up a script. Put up some things that can work without you. If not, my brother, the day you stop working, that is not ending. But you're not even going to have a job. Once you are technically sound and you don't want to accept any other responsibilities, okay, you can never scale your business. So when God tells you about himself, God is actually telling you about yourself. When God tells you what he does, then what you can do. That's why when God created man, he actually is telling you how possible it is, and the best possible practices and the best way you can create your life so that money can work for you. So God builds systems pattern before he populates it. Write on your note, God builds systems, pattern before he populates it. Let me show you what he does. God's pattern. Let's go there. Let's outline number 5. God's pattern. I will show you a few things about God that you can learn from him and apply in your day-to-day life, and you'll start working for you effortlessly. I don't like somebody working for money as if there's no hope for him. He tells you like, life is hard, life is unbearable. He keeps saying negative things about himself. No. The problem why you're still struggling is because you don't have systems. Whereas you know structures. So God did something. In fact, I want to make you understand something very important. In Genesis verse 1 to 2, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was without form and void. Yes or yes? Yes. The earth was without what? Form and void. So what did God do? The earth was chaos. They were chaotic. There was no anything at all. And God did not make man that day. God did not make man that day. God first created systems. He said, let there be light. There was light. Let there be this. God created systems. It's the spirit of the Lord hovers on the water. Hovering means incubating. Hovering means imaginating. Hovering means perpetuating. He was thinking in his mind. He was calculating in his mind. And God now spoke. And what happened? He put up those things that was in his mind. God did not create man first. He created system first. Write it down your notes. God did not create man first. Can't you learn from God? God did not create man first. He created system first. The essence of what was to create man. But he did not do that one first. God did not create man first. He created what? System. The solar system, the ecosystem. He created everything. He put in the water, the land, the vegetation. Everything was system driven. System driven. System driven. After he created the animals, after he created nothing, he doesn't go back again. So you must be God did not create man first. He created system. And the most important thing that the earth has to be self-sustaining environment before man arrives. Write it down. The earth has to be self-sustaining before man arrives. That's what God does. So God's pattern is to build system before he populates. That is his pattern. God's pattern is to build system before he populates. The reproductive system, is just once. So if you want to be a businessman, entrepreneur, investors, you must be thinking system. I say write it down on your notes that God's pattern is building system before he populates. God's pattern, okay, I say God has to be the environment before man arrives. Is that what you're looking for? Yes. Okay. Earth has to be a self-sustaining environment before man arrived. The earth has to be a self-sustaining environment before man arrived. That means the earth can work even without man. But the whole essence was to do it for man. God created everything, the works of his hand for man, and they created man for himself. That's what God wants. All the gold was not for God, all the crude oil was not for God, all the plantain vegetable is not for God. God don't eat those things. He don't have interest. It's for you and I. Yes or yes?
Yes.
That's why I gave us the demand mandate. So you can see, God has to create the earth as a self-sustainable system before man arrives. I said you should write down, God's pattern is to build system before he populates. So if I'm going to do a business, I should be thinking about system, because if I'm not thinking system, I'm limiting my capacity and limiting my potentials. All the potential that will make you sit down and think a system is already embedded in you. All you need to do is bring 5 minutes in a day, 10 minutes a day. Go back home, get a thinking chair, get a thinking corner, bring any table and chair, keep it in one corner of your house. Sit down, they carry pen and paper. You don't think in your mind, you think on paper. Write it down, solutions and challenges, put it down. And anytime you think of something and you write it down, you trap that thought on the head. And thoughts are things. They're not thoughts are things.
Thoughts are things.
So each day of the creation, God reveals a functional system, whether it's marine system, the atmospheric system, the botanical system. Each day, God created a system. Success follows systems. That's where you see people repeat outcomes, because in the 6th day of creation, God builds a new system every single day. Human being was the main point in God's creation, but God brought man on the 7th day because he understood that for man to actually sustain on earth, he must have a self-sustainable system already for man to succeed effortlessly and excel. But men are mentally lazy. That's why you don't build the economy by natural resources, but by mental resources. Until you sit down to educate yourself, until you sit down to invest in yourself, okay, you'll be struggling effortlessly, because whatever you don't know overwhelms you. Whatever you know, you can modify. Tell me, whatever you don't know,
Whatever you don't know,
overwhelms you.
overwhelms you.
Whatever you know,
Whatever you know,
you can modify.
you can modify.
Tell me, whatever you don't understand,
Whatever you don't understand,
overwhelms you.
overwhelms you.
Whatever you don't document,
Whatever you don't document,
you cannot modify.
you cannot modify.
You cannot. So documentation is very good for entrepreneurs. Right now, you know, very important. God built the systems, structures, and strategy for man before populating the planet. That's what he does. God built the systems, structures, and strategy for man before populating the planet. So just like me and you would like to build a house and bring your family inside. You don't bring your family the first day you're tearing the foundation. You have to fix up everything, roof it, furnish it before you bring your family there. So everything that you ever wanted is already embedded in you. So the earth has to be a self-sustainable environment before man arrives. So God builds systems, structures, and strategy for man before populating the planet. That's what I ask you to write. So each of the days, God reveals a functioning system before he brings in the man. Okay? So success follows God's creative order by putting systems and structure in your goals to help you achieve your target. So what did God do? The systems he did was because everything that was not functioning, he had to put up a functionable component, because life is full of problems already. And most of the solutions you see in life is created out of challenges that people face. There was a day that the world was looking forward to fly an iron on the sky. It was a big challenge. The whole world was going for this package. And you know what happened? This set of guys called the White Brothers, the bicycle repairers, they keep trying on this project. And they want to bring solutions to the world. One day they launched the first aircraft. Today, they have airplane flying everywhere. Yes or yes?
Yes.
There was a day a man said, I want to put up a light in a bulb. That's Thomas Edison. He keep trying the solution because it is out of darkness that they want to bring light to humanity. It was out of chaotic situation, problematic situation in your family, in your business, any challenge you are facing, you should be thinking of a solution. And once you find the solution, put system of sustainability so that nobody again will fall again in that family. For me, we were struggling in our family so much that my parents will make money and they solve problem. Every time they make money, they solve problem. My mom was a government teacher. My father is a businessman. But each time they have money, they solve problem. Problem never finishes. So as I'm asking myself question, is it that those people that finish solving their money problem, do they have two heads? That means the solution to this thing. I begin to find that all the wealthy men, they ever solve money problem that anytime they make money, they pay themselves first. Once they pay themselves, they buy investment, treasury bills, bond, mutual funds. So those investment pay their bills. Until the day you have money from your investment, take care of your bills, that's the day you are financially independent. That means whether you work or not, that money from investment will continue to pay your bills. So that's why I begin to say, okay, what do I do now? I begin to have accountability partner. Tell my accountability partner. I told my accountability partner, please, every day I earn money, I will pay myself 10% and I will send you the screenshot. And if you don't allow me to withdraw the money without not taking permission from you. So if I take money from the account, my mentor asked me, what do you want to use the money for? If I want to chop the money, he said that wasn't the purpose. Because when the purpose of the thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. The money was for investment. So because of that system of accountability partner, it becomes easy for me to earn in own investment today. If not, I will still be doing the same thing. Work, make money, spend. Work, make money, spend. Work, make money, spend. And if you keep working to make money, spend, you are eating with 10 fingers in your mouth. Once you eat with 10 fingers in your mouth, you cannot be rich and well because you are eating your errand boy. You are eating your investment. So you also have to work for money. You also have to work for to buy assets, turn assets. So you must put up systems that will help you convert chaos, outline number 6, chaos into components or processes of system to sustain your result and outcomes. Let's go to outline number 6. God's pattern is that he always put up system before he bring in the whatever he wants. God always put up system. He have the solar system. He have everything worked in his right places. So if God could do that, how did he think about it? He think about converting every negative situation, every chaos into component. Write on your note. Write on your note, very important. Chaos is simply unorganized potentials. Chaos is simply unorganized. Is simply unorganized potentials. So chaos is simply an unorganized potentials. Chaos is potentials looking for an organization. I think that's a better one for all of us. You can put the two of them, no problem. Chaos is simply an unorganized potentials. That means in every chaos, every disturbing moment, disorganization, there's a potential for them to be organized. And I said you should write it this other way again. Chaos is simply potentials looking for an organization. Chaos is simply a potentials looking for an organization. So that means when somebody come to you, life has hit him, bastardized him, hit him up and down, carry him like what they call this guy, Hogan, or what they call this guy, what they this guy then, this John Cena. Life has carried this gentleman like John Cena will carry somebody and Roman Reigns and who again? I don't know if you know I watch this with Randy Orton, or what you call him, all of them. If you know I watch this wrestling, life has carried somebody left and right and bastardized him, but bruises all over his face. The guy is totally disorganized. What you're supposed to do is to pick the person and organize. How do you organize his life? Asking specific question. What is your purpose in life? What is your goals? He see he doesn't know. Bring him, educate him, tell him, educate him. So everything that's not working, like your financial life is not working, there's a chaos there. Put him down, package it, tell him this finance you must work. Because when you solve money problem, you solve 50% of your problem in life. The main one is just accept God as personal and savior, have kindness, love, do unto others, all those things. So, but the major problem now is money, because money, in fact, when you say, oh, you like to talk about money every time, money is not the most important. Say, yes, my brother, I agree with you. Money is not the most important thing, but you cannot ever do something important in life without money. Yes or yes? Yes. Therefore, money is the most important thing. Because even serving God, you need money to serve God. Money is the fruit of gospel. Without money, you cannot buy land, you cannot build church, you cannot pay, cannot put first. So why are you telling me about money? This money is also to work for. It's also to work for value. Money follows value. Money is a slave of value. Tell me, money. Money is a slave of value. Chaos is simply an unorganized potentials. It's simply potential looking for organization. People have energy. They have mental energy, kinetic energy, emotional energy. The energy full body, but they are not organized. The reason why a poor man is poor men are not organized people. Poor men are not disciplined. Poor men are like China phone. They don't obey instruction. Carry him. Poor man is not a poor man. A poor man is an untrained wealthy man. Tell me, a poor man is an untrained wealthy man. A poor man and wealthy man will not get training. If you carry him now, give him training. If you accept it, he will manifest in his life. Nobody was born to be poor. We all learned it. It's learnable skill. Poverty is a learnable skill. So therefore, wealth is a learnable skill. Stop learning poverty. Start learning wealth. Yes or yes? Yes. All of them, you learn them. And the moment you don't want to learn wealth, you are learning poverty already. So it's not two ways about it. So system make up the component part, which the earth serve a specific purpose within the system, made for you to sustain it. Write it down. Don't mind my English. I'm going to come back again. Write it down. Systems are made up of component parts. Systems are made up of component parts. Systems are made of component parts, which each serve a specific purpose. That's which each of the components serve a specific purpose. Systems are made up of the component part, which each component serve a specific purpose within the system to make it a self-sustainable environment. I'll come back again. Systems are made up of component parts, which each component part serve a specific purpose. Systems are made up of the component parts, which each component serve a specific purpose within the system to make it a self-sustainable environment. That's why everything God created have a purpose. The flies, the ants, the lizard, the cockroaches, all of them have purpose. All of them have purpose for just to make the ecosystem balance. The digestive system, you get the fruit. Everything is about system driven. I'll bring one of the days and talk about system properly as a course so that we can actually look at it. So I say system is made of a component part, which each component part serves a specific purpose within the system to make it a self-sustainable environment. Either with me, shall I? Okay, so your job is to break those chaos into components that can form a system for you. Every part of your life, you should put them in components. Your marital life, financial life. Write it down. You're very important. In business, bringing in customers, workers, investors. In business, bringing in customers, workers, investors, partners into systems and structures. In business, bringing in customers, workers, partners and investors into systems and structures become easy without stress. In business, bringing in customers, workers, partners, investors into systems and structures become easy. But without system and structures, it becomes stressful. Nobody wants to follow a business that don't have system structures. Nobody wants to do that. In business, bringing in customers, workers, partners, investors into systems and structures become easy and less stressful. But without systems and structures, it becomes difficult and more stressful. In fact, it wearies and it's frustrating. Nobody wants to partner with a man who doesn't have direction, who doesn't know where he's going to. And I always tell you that speed is useless without direction. Direction is useless without destination. So in business, bringing in customers, partners, and investors into systems and structure becomes easy, less stressful. It becomes very, very, of course, interesting. But without systems and structures, it's stressful, it's struggling, it's sweating. Nobody wants to partner a man who doesn't know where he's going to. So that's why you have to put up the sales part of your life, put the operation part of your life, and put on the finance part of your life. So when you're bringing somebody, you know where you're bringing somebody. Do you want to be part of yourself? You want to manage your business for you front end or back end or handle your finance? For me, almost all my businesses, almost all my, I have about 5 companies working for me. I'm always in charge of first the finance. I like the finance part of life. I want to see how money comes in and go out. It's something one of my mentors said one day, and I like it. So he said that let money pass through your hand, whether it's your own or not. Because money is energy. It's not energy. If you keep passing, one day it will stop in your compound. Yes or yes? If you don't ever do businesses that money doesn't pass in your hand every day. So I don't like doing that money doesn't pass to my account. I like when I see money passing to my hand. But one day it will stop and say, okay, I want to greet you. I say, please come inside. Don't just greet me. Let us have a dinner tonight. Yes or yes? You know, Chaos climbed a sycamore tree. He said, Father, now the serious guy say, come down, bros, no worry. Now for night we did together this evening. Because if he keep passing that route, he say, I will climb and see this man one day. So you have to see that the earth was without form and void, and darkness was all this deep. And God sit down to put up systems and structures inside chaos. So definitely, for sure, Mr. Victor, I'm saying you, God bless you, sir. Most creations and creativity begins in chaos. Write it down your notes. Most creation and creativity, most creation begins in from where? Chaos. Most creation and creativity begins there. I didn't want to take this class till Monday. Maybe I will just be reading it so that I have something for us on Monday. So, looking at every part of your life that is not organized, that it is organized, find a way to organize it. Think always systems so that when you fix it once and for all, you will not always go back to it. So, God subtract, divide, add, and multiply the resources He find in darkness, label, define, categorize, separate things, and brought them into an organization, whether it's solar system, digestive system, reproductive system. Our work is to break down chaos into components that forms a system in business, family, community, and wherever we find ourselves. Write it down, you know. Our work, write it down very, very boldly. Our work is to break down chaos. Our work is to break down disorganization. Our work is to break down chaos into components that forms the systems in business, families, community, and anywhere we find ourselves. Our work, me and you, is to look at what is not working, chaos, and break them down into components that forms a system in business, in family, in community, if we find ourselves. So one day I sat down, I called my wife, tell me about baby girls, come, let's talk. You know, this life, this family will come, we will just start like this. We'll create this family into departments. We have the food department, we have the department. So I don't want to be, you become the HOD of this faculty of food, so that you become the HOD and become the dean. So me, I will give you money. So if I want to go to, I will give you money. So you go buy things in bulk, so that we don't go there. I'll buy deep freezer, so we'll cook many food and put there, so that we know what they solve ourselves. So we'll put different things, so that me, I don't like somebody calling me and say, gas don't finish. So we'll buy 2 cylinders. So we'll fill the 2 of them. When one finish, as we prepare that, we're going to refill that one and keep. I put up system so that my head, I will feel rest. Yes or yes?
Yes.
Just like now, I tell my people that I'm tired of every time go downstairs, start gen. So that yeah, I want to put up solar system here. So that at the end of the day, this issue of light will be solved permanently. We are spending so much money on fuel. We spend 30,000 naira on fuel every day, which is calculated. That is about 720,000 Monday to Friday, 6 days. Then multiply 4 weeks, 720,000 naira on fuel alone every month. I don't know whether I put all the money together, right? 7 million, 10 million. I'll put solar system that will take us every time. So we're not going to buy fuel again. Yes or yes? We must solve this problem. There's a problem. We must solve it. Tell my baby girl, stop entering inflation to put half time. As intervention, full of your tank, so that you don't go the intervention again. All those people say they go drive their meter go show red like a K people. They go drive to get stuff for the carry rubber. They run for road. Poor people, poor man, life hard. He hard, my brother, he hard. Poverty will not be your portion. Say amen. So build system, my brother, build system and structure. Before you bring in staff, before you bring in customers, before you marry woman, build system. You won't kill the person daughter. You marry this girl since you enter your life, everything na wahala. My brother, waiting do you? Okay, pause. Then no pause. Look at where the ladder is leaning. Why is it in the wrong wall? In the wrong wall. So let me go to. I don't want to take this class for Monday. I have a powerful class for you on Monday. Tell on Monday. That will bring in millions into your account. But before I do that, let's talk about the seventh day. Tell on seventh day. Don't worry. Even if you have to read it, you have to read it. So God actually put up systems and structures. Right now, you're not very, very important on the seventh day. When you spend time to build systems and structures, they work for you. Write it down. When you spend time to build systems and structures, they work for you, comma, when you stop working. When you build systems and structures, they work for you when you stop working. So you also spend time. When you spend time to build systems and structures, they work for you, comma, when you stop working. Then you can be 5 things. Number 1, let me allow you to write that one first. When you spend time to build systems and structures, they work for you when you stop working. Then you can be, then your success will be number 1, sustainable, number 2, scalable. When you spend time to build systems and structures, they work for you when you stop working. Then you'll be successful. Then your success will be sustainable, comma, number 2, scalable, number 3. I'll come back again. When you spend time to build systems and structures that work for you, comma, when you stop working, then your success will be sustainable, comma, scalable, comma, generational blessings, comma, that's number 4 now. Sustainable, comma, number 2, scalable, number 3, generational blessings, number 4, a field of favor, and the last but not the least, shareable. That means inheritable by others. It must be shareable like a legacy. So the purpose of wealth is to transfer, succession plan, legacy. When you spend time to build systems and structures that work for you, comma, when you stop working, then your success will be sustainable, number 1, number 2, scalable, number 3, generational blessings, number 4, a field of favor, number 5, shareable. That means bracket open, inheritable by others, or legacy. So that is it. So write it down. You're not very important as we round up to this section. Unless, okay, write it on your note. Unless system work for you when you stop working or resting. Unless system work for you when you stop working or resting, you have to work for the rest of your life. Unless system work for you when you stop working or resting, then you have to work for the rest of your life. So you have to make a choice. Do you want to always work for the rest of your life, or you want system to work for you? And you survive the system and maintain the system, because every system must be maintained. But because whatever, a life not accountable is not worth living. You don't want your life to be accountable, you're not supposed to be alive. I want to live my life now. You're not supposed to be alive, because those kind of life cannot scale. That is the truth. Unless system work for you when you stop working or when you're resting, that means you are going to work for the rest of your life. So a life not accountable is not worth living. I don't want to submit on mentorship, okay, you make because nobody is embodiment of knowledge. Find men who are succeeding in the area you're interested in, get them to mentor you. So the seed in itself to produce after its kind. God's works in 6 days, then stopped on the 7th day, so that all the works of the hand can continue to work when he stopped working. So the reason why that guy built hotel, build factory, build industry, build schools, and then sit down to have a documentation of accountability system. I hope you know, if you're teaching in school, you have to do lesson notes. Yes or yes?
Yes.
A time to come to school, a time to close from school, and the time to teach. And each of the classes has time apportioned to it. Some 45 minutes, some other there and there. Yes or yes?
Yes.
If you work in a bank, I hope you know you have to balance your account as a cashier before you leave the bank. Yes or yes? If you are going to work in AKTC as a driver, There are things you have to go, times you have to go, what you have to do. So how then do you not think, or you don't want to think like an entrepreneur? It's because you don't understand that you can never scale a business. You can never become successfully entrepreneur without systems and structure. Say no system. And you have to build. Say no build. Build means that it's not going to happen in a night, overnight. It will happen over time. Say no over time. Even God, that is very powerful. He's very, very powerful. He's a great, in fact, he's the Almighty. Say no Almighty. He still have to put up, he can create everything in one day. But God wants me and you to learn something from him. He has to take his time one by one and do the thing one by one. Every day he finished, he said, God rested. He finished, he got rested. You know, you got to take time to put up system. But you and me, we are so, poor men are so impatient. Poor people are so impatient. That's why impatient, of course, and instant gratification is the biggest liability of a poor man. Why patient and delayed gratification is the biggest liability of a wealthy man. So learn to be patient with a process. So no process. Why do you need process? Because you can never repeat outcomes and results without process. Let me tell you why you need process. The discipline you form in the process helps you sustain outcomes and results. And I want money to work for you. Money doesn't want to work for a man who lack patience, who lacks system. See, if money comes to you more than your wealth file, okay, you cannot sustain it. That is why before you ask for abundance, make sure you grow yourself, because wealth never exceeds personal development. Poverty all the time starts in the mind, all the time settles in the pocket. Wealth starts in the mind all the time wealth settles in the pocket. And knowledge is the only asset that changes the mind before the pocket. So before you say, I want to become wealthy, have a mental preparation for the wealth. And that is why you cannot afford to be too far from knowledge, because knowledge will make your life easy. Knowledge will make you repeat results. Knowledge is the most important thing. Please don't hate knowledge, because fools hate knowledge. What they say? Fools hate knowledge. And that's the worst thing you can ever find yourself. That's the best I can share with you today. And I believe that Monday, I have a powerful class for you. The best place to be is to be in Millionaires School on Monday. That's the best place to be for just 1 hour. And your life can never remain the same. Money will work for you. Money will attract it to you based on who you have become. Money is energy. Money is not paper. Money is energy based on who you become. So I want you to get the kind of energy that can attract quality to you. Say no quality. I'm here seeing you struggle effortlessly as if people around you that cost around you, they are not. The fact is that you are the one not growing. Once you grow, once you improve, everything will improve. Yes or yes? Yes. Okay. Online community, don't get involved in a business without a mentor. You know why? Mentorship is a legal shortcut to success. He that stands on the shoulder of mentors will see far. See you on top. See you on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank God it's Friday. Bye bye for now. Shalom. That's the best we can take today. For the offline community, it's I'm talking.